Welcome back to the channel. We are here May 22nd for the actual playoff, guys. Actual playoffs, all right? We had the play-in tournament. That's totally separate. They're going to record that as a separate stat. But now we're in the playoffs, May 22nd. 4-game slate we got going on. Miami versus Milwaukee, Dallas versus the Clippers, Boston against the Nets, Portland against Denver. We're here to find you value, 7K and below. We can get right back to it now, 7K and below. Before with the 1-game slates, that kind of goes out the window. You need guys with a high floor and possibility of high ceilings. Okay, you definitely need a floor guy to get you there, and then you need to find that cheap gem that's going to go off the bench, like Xavier Tillman or Bain or Grayson Allen that played yesterday. But we did cash, so as long as we cash, that is good. Now we're going to hop into today's slate. Starting at the point guard position, I'm going to give you Facundo Compasso. I always got to say it like that with the accent. But Compasso has stepped in the place of Jamal Murray. He is the starting point guard for the Denver Nuggets. And he's going to get 30-plus minutes. All right, so you don't look at that game, the last game of the season with 14 minutes. That's not his normal usage. He's going to get 33, 37, 34. Like, he's going to get these minutes. You're getting him at 5,200, which is the cheapest since he's been early May. And the upside of 30 DK is definitely there. The upper tempo that's going to be in this game going against Portland, there's going to be more points that's going to go on this game. And it's going to be leaned on between Jokic, obviously Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon. Compasso has to come in, knock down some key threes, run the offense as well. And he is a very good facilitator. As you can see, 9, 6, 5, 9 assists. He's very scrappy. He can get you steals. As you see, he has back-to-back games with 3 steals. And he can get you a couple rebounds. So the upside is there. The price is cheap, and he is a starter. You need some cheap guys if you want to pay up, because there's a lot of star power here. You got Giannis, you got KD, you got Harden, Kawhi, Doncic, Jokic, Lillard. You need cheap guys, okay? In that point guard section, I got another point guard for you, Rajon Rondo, because you're going to need cheap guys. So Rajon Rondo, playoff Rondo, comes out for the LA Clippers. Last year was for the Lakers. This year is going to be for the Clippers. I think he gets a boost up in minutes coming off the bench. So he should get around that 20 to 25 minutes. And in that small or short time period, Rondo can go off. Rondo can knock down some threes out of nowhere. I don't know. But he runs the offense very well. He is a very good assister. As you can see, 13 against Houston, 8 against New York in a small amount of time. If you can get you someone that's going to come in and get you 25 to 30 DK at a very low price, then you can move on and afford the expensive guys. That's what you need to do. So you need to get you the 6, 7X type people in your lineups. Rondo has that pedigree in the playoffs. Some other point guards, just to go off topic and maybe a little bit. Payton Pritchard could be someone you could look at 4,100, point guard for the Boston Celtics. If things could get ugly in this Brooklyn Nets game, Pritchard is going to be the guy getting minutes. He's also been a very solid 6-man for the Boston Celtics. If you look at the closeout of the end of the year with against the Knicks, Minnesota, and Cleveland, he was able to put the ball in the bucket. He's a very good 3-point shooter, guy from Oregon, scrappy guy, get you rebounds and steals as well. And another point guard that you could look at is Mike James from the Brooklyn Nets at 3,500. He's getting a lot of solid minutes off the bench for the Brooklyn Nets. He's going to be in that 20 to 25 minute range as well. He can definitely shoot. I've seen this man play. He can knock down the ball in at 32 DK, 22, 35 in his last game. Obviously, it was in a little bit boost of minutes, but if you're looking for a punt play that can get you some high upside, those are some guys you can look at. Shooting guard is going to be DVincenzo for the Milwaukee Bucks. They're going to need him to knock down the 3-point ball. He's going to be a guy that's going to get a lot of less attention. So it's going to provide him an ability to score the ball. And you get him at a little cheaper price at 5,100. A lot of eyes going to be on Antetokounmpo, Middleton, and Jrue Holiday. They forget about DVincenzo, but he definitely takes enough shots to pay off. He definitely comes in that paint and gets you a couple rebounds. And I like him getting some assists as well. So if you're looking for a starter that's going to get 30 plus minutes, plays hard. If you watch the Milwaukee Bucks, DVincenzo is a part of that offense, and I like him at 5,100. Next guy at small forward is going to be Aaron Gordon. Obviously, Denver is dealing with some injuries. Question mark on Will Barton. Obviously, Jamal Murray is out. Aaron Gordon comes in. They traded for him, and he is in a prime position going up against Portland. Portland gives up a ton of points to power forward and center position. So I love Jokic. Aaron Gordon is going to be that second recipient of points down low, and the Denver Nuggets are going to need him to step up after acquiring him from the Orlando Magic. He's getting minutes, 30 minutes, 29 minutes, 30 minutes. He had one bad game over there against the Knicks, but that's a tough matchup right there. But the upside is there. This is playoff basketball. It's a great matchup. Dude is multi-talented, so it's just he has to put his game all together. That's the problem. Obviously, the star is going to be between Jokic and Michael Porter. Aaron Gordon will get the residuals, okay? And I love him at 5K. Next guy we got is Blake Griffin for the Brooklyn Nets. He won't be starting. He'll be coming off the bench. But if the Nets do decide to go with small ball rotation, then it's going to be Blake Griffin at that center spot. So they'll go Kyrie, Harden, KD. They'll probably either throw in Bruce Brown or Joe Harris, and then they'll have Blake Griffin as the center. Okay? So he is a big cog and a good switch defenseman, because obviously Nick Claxton is young and DeAndre Jordan is a liability. He's been getting consistent minutes throughout the season, and a part of the season when they did go to small ball and Blake Griffin was starting, he was the key person that actually went off. So knocking down threes, getting some rebounds, maybe some power dunks to boost up the crowd. But the potential is there. The salary is cheap. I like him at 4,400. All right, it's not saying that we're getting ugly guys, but we're getting cheap guys that have potential, and so you can afford the stars. There are a ton of stars. You need to find the cheap guys. Last but not least is going to be Serge Ibaka at the center position, finally coming back from injury after Ivica Zubac was the lead center. Now Serge Ibaka is back, and he has been killing it in limited minutes. The past two games, 19 and 17 minutes. He was able to almost get you to 30 DK in two separate occasions, almost a double-double. So 15, 4, and 7, and 12, 2, and 7 in those two games. He is back. He can knock down a jumper. He spreads the floor. He can knock down the three. It'll be a perfect matchup between him and Porzingis. He can bully him down low. He's actually getting some assists, which is actually insane. So I'm hoping for a boost in minutes since it's playoff basketball, and Serge Ibaka is such a good defender. So at 4,500, this is an absolute steal before his price gets corrected to where it's supposed to be, around that mid 5K, maybe 6K range. So Serge Ibaka at 4,500 is almost a lock. Let's look over at FanDuel and see if we find some value. I just spoke about Serge Ibaka, 5,400. He is 45, so you're $900 difference. Still worth it, especially in that power forward spot. You're not going to have to waste a center spot on someone else, but high upside. Next guy, Aaron Gordon at 4,800 compared to 5K, so much cheaper. And I like Aaron Gordon for the Denver Nuggets going up against Portland, the 29th ranked defense going up against power forward. So that is a double thumbs up on him. Blake Griffin, obviously, if the Nets go small or if the Nets, pull away from Boston, Blake Griffin, Mike James, those type of guys are going to get the minutes in this game because Boston's been struggling, and now they're going up against a three-headed monster. So it could get ugly in that game. Next is DVincenzo at 53 compared to 51, just paying $200 difference. That is fine. The matchup is there. They're going to need his three-point shooting. He's going to be huge for them. And next is going to be Rajon Rondo. You get playoff Rondo at 4,400 compared to 43 on FanDuel, cheaper price. That means I love him even more. All right. Playoffs are different. You'll see the veterans step up. Tristan Thompson is someone that could step up. Just think about all the bench guys that have veteran pedigree. Those are the type of guys that are going to step up in the playoffs. They could be very cheap right now, but they're gonna get those closing minutes. Okay, those big minutes right before right before halftime. Just key moments. They come up big and they provide you fantasy points. And last but not least is Facundo Compasso at 54 compared to 52. $200 difference. That is fine with me as long as he doesn't get in foul trouble going up against Damian Lillard. Compasso is a very good play at point guard, getting over 30 minutes, and you're getting him at a mid-range price. So by all means, go and get him. Let me know how you guys feel about today's score. We got 5 hours before tip off, so I will be here. Just comment down below. We can talk about this. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessengerSD because I'm always there. People are sending me some screenshots of their winnings, and we're talking over lineups. I'm there to help. It might not be immediately, but I will definitely get to you. And we will be back tomorrow with another video. We're on the road now, okay? Guys are winning off those one-offs. Now we got a 4-game slate. Let's keep the ball rolling. I like what I see, and I like the subscribers that we're going up to. We are 332 the last time I saw. So we just hit 300 last week, and then we're skyrocketing. It's not going to take a month and a half to get to 400. So we're going to keep pushing. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.